If you have Snap or Medicaid, you may qualify for a free iPhone or Samsung, plus up to
destroyed. You'll walk through city streets filled with smoke and fire, and it feels completely different from how you first experienced it. You start getting this real feeling of the city's a character, and it's really under attack. It's the fall of Kelowna.
E-Day is an intentionally intimate story. There's this colossal event going on in the plot, but the actual characters and the journey they go on is where you get to explore themes of burden, of loss, and of loyalty. The whole world of Gears is about characters. It's the nightmarish monsters from below versus the soldiers that hold the line in a war for survival.
You okay? No way this is real. It's pretty fucking real to me. On your feet.
This was our opportunity to focus on what makes Gears characters so special and what makes our enemies so iconic. The entire campaign is played from the perspective of our new squad, Bravo. As the invasion breaks out, you'll meet Mags Carter, a former Gear now sweating it out at Kelowna's emulsion refinery.
Now, why don't you come talk shit when your balls drop? And quit going through my stuff.
And you'll also meet rookie cadet Lucas Reyes, a sharp comms officer who never made it to the front lines despite his dreams of military glory.
Holy fucking shit.
Mags and Lucas, together with Marcus and Dom, are four soldiers thrown together, fighting through tensions with each other while fighting the Locusts, ultimately forging their bonds in battle.
We follow Bravo Squad with our cinematic cameras, just like the intense war movies we love. The shots are intentionally gritty and a bit shaky, and leaning into these rough edges is what makes you feel like you're right in the middle of the action.
Bravo's story also intertwines with others called to defend the city, including returning characters like warrior philosopher Ty Caliso.
Our roads converge again. Marcus Phoenix. Ty.
And fans of the books will finally get to see the hard-ass Raven pilot Gil Gettner in-game for the very first time.
Let's go and fuck this mess.
Marcus and Dom are absolute legends. You can spot those strong jaws and thick necks from a mile away. But if you go too realistic, you lose those unique features that make them stand out. Honestly, Marcus just isn't Marcus if you take away his classic perma-scowl. So instead of chasing perfect realism, we focused on making them believable and memorable, respecting the details that really make them who they are.
Material and character fidelity in Gears of War E-Day far surpasses anything we've been able to achieve before. Our facial animation systems have been completely upgraded for E-Day, with 3 times more joints and over 350 facial shapes sculpted for each head alone to really represent the emotion in our characters. Marcus has more detail in his eyelashes than his entire character model did in the original Gears of War on Xbox 360.
Phoenix. Marcus. Sergeant, 26 RTI C Company. Next to kin, Adam Phoenix.
With the amount of layers we have, We've never had fidelity at this scale. Combined with a much more sophisticated animation rig, this allows us to have way more expressive characters with a huge range. From a small smirk to yells on the battlefield.
Come and get some, you goddamn grubs!
Your experience takes on a new intensity. We're pushing the graphical limit with 4K Ultra HD resolution, native HDR10 rendering, hardware ray tracing at 60 frames per second in campaign, and up to 120 frames per second in multiplayer.
When it comes to the Locust, to make them more believable, we made them scarier. The drones are wild and vicious. The boomers are even bigger this time around. Like living battering rams smashing through doorways onto the battlefield. The wretches scream so loud it disorients you before they rip you apart. And the Reavers, they crawl up buildings and rain fire from above. Basically, the whole Locust army, whether new or old, are more intense than ever before.
So what now, Marcus?
We save everyone we can.
Gears of War has never been a horror game, but the world has always felt horrifying. And with E-Day, we lean into that even more. Our new gore system means damage feels meaty, responsive, and satisfying.
That was satisfying.
Muscle and cloth deforms in response to your attacks, and blood and bone damage adds to the intensity of combat. Gore is localized as well. Shoot a Locust in the arm or leg, and you'll see the bullet take a chunk out of it. Or land a heavy shot on a limb, and our dismemberment system will rip it clean off in glorious detail.
The Gnasher is going to get you the most satisfying shots, covering you in blood, or pop heads from afar with the long shot. We've revamped our favorite weapons for E-Day. And of course, we also have some fun new ones for even more brutal ways to tear your enemies apart. The new Gut Puncher grenade launcher is a COG weapon that fires armor-piercing explosive rounds. Quick fire a round to let it explode, or hold the trigger to control when it detonates. That means you can place a well-timed explosion behind an enemy protected by cover, or with practice, master its long-range eco closing potential. The Incinerator is our new shotgun. You can see the emulsion literally melt the skin off an enemy's body. Before, you'd probably get into a grapple if an enemy came charging at you. Now, you feel the power of getting to incinerate them when they get close. And of course, the Lancer.
Nice.
The creation of the Chainsaw Lancer is another origin story from lore that we wanted to show in E-Day. From the moment that Ty grabbed that chainsaw to rip through a Locust at the Superstore, to a prototype kit bash on the front lines of the invasion, all to deliver on that gratifying moment when you finally get to slice a grub in two.
Gears music has always been about tension, escalation, and release. When a fight kicks off, the music hits hard. It tightens as things get more dangerous. And when you've dropped the last enemy, you hear that familiar big ringing chord. For E-Day, we kept that structure, but made the sound harsher. Together with our composer, Adam Lastica, we built the score to match a world on the verge of collapse. The electric guitar returns alongside classical instruments, but both are pushed into uncomfortable territory. Like dragging a bone saw across a cello, creating dissonance that never fully resolves.
Where the hell are we?
Then there's the sound design. All chainsaws have voices. When it came to the sound for our Proto Lancer, it was important to us to track down the exact make and model that was recorded back in 2006 and rebuild it from the ground up using our new sound effects system. This chainsaw has a 14-inch blade with that signature meaty yet intimate sound, and when it revs, you can hear all the gnarly details. In terms of how you'll experience Kelowna, I always think about our acoustic system like this. I'm walking down a street and I hear the sound reflecting off the walls around me. Then I step into an alley and everything immediately tightens. I come back out into a wide space and the sound opens up again, almost like a cathedral. And it's not just those spaces, it's the transitions between them where the magic really happens. That's where things feel alive. That's acoustics in real time. It's a heavy world. And what better way to experience its dread and tension than through the music and sound that surrounds you?
No other game does the squad like Gears does. Our themes, our gameplay, and our modes, they all revolve around this core element. But it's not just about the brotherhood that you experience in the stories. It's also about the bonds you create with your friends. Co-op has always been a part of our DNA. And like every great Gears game, you can bring your own squad to this fight. In campaign, all 4 characters are playable from the start. And we support 4-player online co-op and 2-player split screen on console. In Versus, our sweaty squad-based PvP is back with a collection of 4v4 modes and all new maps set in locations in and around the war-torn city of Kelowna. We've combined classic Gears' symmetrical PvP map design with new traversal opportunities. You'll put your skill to the test alongside a seasonal roadmap of killer content, almost all of which you can just earn by playing the game, completing in-game challenges, events, and achievements. And today, we're excited to announce a dynamic new evolution of Gears' iconic PvE mode, Horde Siege. It's a 12-player mode where all 3 squads fight alongside each other to battle the Locust invasion and defend Kelowna across a range of city-based maps. We'll have more to share soon, and we hope you join us for our open beta weekends later this summer.
We good? Sergeant Phoenix?
Guess we're back to it.
The past. But as long as we're still breathing, we're the ones that keep fighting.
20 years of Gears is such a milestone. It is such an honor and also a huge responsibility to make sure we deliver on the story of Gears.
It always comes back to the squad. It always comes back to this theme of getting through the absolute shittiest of times with somebody else who constantly has your back. And that's Marcus and Dom's story. The story of the original trilogy. The story of E-Day. And the story I think we can all relate to.
Thanks for pushing through. Couldn't have done it alone.
You got it, man.
Having the opportunity to have E-Day come out in the same year as the 20th anniversary of Gears, the quarter-century anniversary of Xbox, it's almost like a homecoming. It's like returning back to our roots and saying, fuck yeah, we're back. And we have so many more stories to tell. It's an incredible honor and one that we want to make sure that we do right.
Ty. What a nightmare.
Untouched by nearly 80 years of war. Destroyed in 2 nights.
For us, the heart of Gears has always been about the bonds you make in the darkest of times. Inside the studio, we rally around a simple phrase: never fight alone. It guides how we build our stories, our gameplay, and our world. It's how we work as a team and the commitment we make to you, our fans. everything comes back to that important idea of sharing life's experiences, the highs and lows, together. And E-Day is the best expression of never fight alone that we've ever made. Whether you'll be picking up a Lancer for the first time ever, or you're as battle-hardened as Marcus Phoenix, there's always a place for you in the Gears squad when Emergence begins on October 6th.
I know why you're here.
Ladies and gentlemen, take your seats. The council has chosen.
Now you ready to get to it?
Do you expect us to go quietly?
I've proven myself.
Have you really?
I have come here to destroy you.
Welcome to the surface.
the PC Gaming Show pre-show with your host, Frankie Ward, and your co-host, me, Els. And now, here's your host, Frankie Ward.
Whoa, yes, whoa, thank you. Welcome to the PC Gaming Show pre-show. We've got a big show for you tonight, but before we get to our guests, some stuff in the news today. RAM prices. Have you heard about this? This is breaking news. The price of RAM is still higher than Woody Harrelson at a Snoop Dogg concert. What else? AI has been in the news. Have you heard about this? AI is everywhere now. This is true. I downloaded an AI app to create cue cards for this joke, and not only did it spatula tennis hubcap, it completely messed up the bleachers safe to drink. Okay, folks, let's get started. Give it up for the pre-show band. What a band. Did you guys get up to anything wild this weekend? Awesome! And a big round of applause for my trusty sidekick Els.
Thanks, Frankie. It's great to be here. And speaking of sidekicks, I was recently reading about where the term sidekick comes from.
Some say it derives from pickpocket slang because the front pocket was called the kick and it was the safest place to store your valuables. So a sidekick is someone you implicitly trust. Wait, where's my wallet?
You only have a $5 in here, but you do carry around a photo of Withers Big Naturals from Baldur's Gate 3.
Those are way more valuable than cash. Let's move on. Our first guest you know from games like In Other Waters and Citizen Sleeper. Please welcome Gareth Damian Martin.
Hello.
Gareth, lovely to see you here. I think the last time we probably both saw you was at the BAFTA.
Yes.
Congratulations on yet more nominations for Citizen Sleeper 2.
Yeah, no awards, but 2 nominations. So that's 6 total, so I'll take that.
Honestly, I think the nominations are all you need, though. I know that's easy for me to say as someone who's never been nominated for a BAFTA. But it does mean that the peers have selected you, and games are so subjective. But also, games have always been this hybrid medium inspired by the likes of film, TV, theatre, and tabletop games. Why do you think, or what do you think the influence that tabletop games have had on the medium?
Yeah, I mean, kind of all aspects of games, really. Without tabletop games, you know, we wouldn't have health points or experience points, any of these kind of formative structures. They all come from Dungeons and Dragons and early tabletop games. The idea of how a character progresses, or that a berserker should rage, and how rage works mechanically, and all of these like weird little things that we think of as kind of truths to video games, I think are kind of all drawn from tabletop games.
Which aspect of tabletop games do you think that the gaming industry, or the video gaming industry, I should say, is overlooking and should actually adopt or learn more from?
Really, video games' idea of what a tabletop game is still stuck in the kind of old days of Dungeons and Dragons. And I think that actually tabletop games are incredibly broad now and full of really, just like video games, full of strange, independent games and systems being made, all which are really, really cool and really interesting. And I think if you look at where tabletop games are, they're in this space where they're still in this kind of like burgeoning of genres and ideas constantly coming through. And so I think if games can bring a bit of that energy back, I think looking at tabletop games and kind of taking ideas from tabletop is a way of bringing that kind of way of refocusing on what's the experience the player should have, and how can we design a system that will fuel and build that.
So being able to build the person you want to be in a game is something that appeals to you?
Yeah, definitely, but also building systems that reflect certain kinds of experiences. Obviously, the most challenging thing about bringing tabletop ideas to video games is that in tabletop you have people in a room, and so you can say something and it becomes true.
Yeah.
And in a video game it takes years of work to make something true. Yeah, it's not possible if you want to make The Witcher 3 and you want to be, so you can have a custom character, and you also want to be able to have like infinite possibilities and all the quests, and they're all going to readapt. And of course that's not really feasible, but I think if you change the idea of the representative tools you're going to use in the game, so you might use text, you might use static art, you know, maps, all of these structures that are kind of suggestive rather than illustrative, I think then you can kind of start to achieve these things. Like in Citizen Sleeper, you know, you can find your path through the game, you can find your way to your ending. That's only possible because I'm dealing with such limited kind of representational elements, I think it kind of drives even more engagement from players because they're part of the process. They're the ones imagining the filling in the gaps and connecting all the pieces.
I think that's beautiful because I think when I have, as you said, less in front of you, it triggers your imagination to think of all the possibilities that you could come up with in your own brain, which I really like.
Gareth, what can we expect from you next?
So I am working on a brand new video game, another role-playing game as well, but I don't want to tell you any more than that because we are literally tens of minutes away from seeing the first trailer later on in the PC Gaming Show.
I think, Gareth, you should sit here because you've just built anticipation for the main PC Gaming Show, which is my job and Elsa's job. So thank you so much for joining us on the show today. If you want to see what's coming up from Gareth, then stick around for the main show.
Hey there, we're Lava Potion, and this is our game, Wielders of the Essence. This is you, a small frog on a big quest. And you have a friend, who's an egg. Together, you're taking this village from puddle to paradise. But hordes of enemies are standing in your way, so you'll need troops at your side. And magic. Good magic. So, how do you get troops and good magic? Well, after every run, you build and unlock new troops, spells, and also improve your skills. Then you get back into the fight. Wielders of the Essence is an incremental, base-building horde survival game. The demo is out right now. Full game releases on 5th of November.
Thank you. What's next?
Well, we've got another guest joining us from his well-earned retirement after completing a storied 25-year career in video games, spanning Stardock, GameStop, and Night Dive. Please welcome Larry Cooperman! Larry, we've got so much to talk about. How old were you when you actually entered the gaming industry, though? You were heading into your 50s.
I was a very young 45 when I took the first job, and I was 58 and how shall we say between things when I was rescued by Night Dive. So.
And what made you want to get into the gaming industry? Was it literally playing Wolfenstein 3D in 1992? Was that the moment you went, I will someday work in this industry?
It wasn't until towards the end of 2000 that I received a newsletter from this company in Michigan called Stardock.
You published many games at Stardock.
Yes.
Was there one that you were particularly proud of? Did you always want to publish something you wanted to play, or did you have to always see the bigger picture, see the other players?
During the time of Stardock, the really important game and the biggest hit was Galactic Civilizations. And then afterwards, we partnered with Ironclad and did Sins of a Solar Empire. But the game that resonated with me, and it's really obscure, was a game called Lightweight Ninja. But the reason was both of my children found it wonderful, found the character wonderful.
When you moved on to Night Dive, so that's where you were last working?
Yes. Until
your recent retirement. What was the most difficult game to remaster?
Probably the toughest game, and one that we did the best we could with was Blade Runner. Part of the reason for that is the source code was lost and could not be found. There were other PC versions available, but ours was the first that was brought to console. And you know, it doesn't need to be said that the console audience is far larger. This was the only way that those people had the opportunity to play the game. So.
Why are remasters important? I suppose you've kind of covered it there, really, like bringing them to a wider audience, different platforms.
I view games as art. And to my mind, art deserves to not only be preserved, but deserves to be shown to as wide an audience as possible and to be as accessible as possible. The largest project that Night Dive had done to this point was not a remaster, but a complete remake of the System Shock game. And I don't really need to belabor it, but think about System Shock as the seed and all of the games that came from that tree, Deus Ex, Thief, BioShock, of course, but to understand how those games came about and why they're important, you really need to go back to the beginning to understand the history of it.
Thank you so much, Larry. We really appreciate your time. Thank you so much for joining us at the PC Gaming Show pre-show. I hope there's some stuff in the main show that you enjoy and you get some time to play. Then everyone, please, Larry Cooperman.
Frankie, I'm not sure what I want to do next. Talk to another great guest or watch another great game trailer.
I've got the answer. Let's do both. Take a look at something exciting coming up for Warhammer 40k Darktide, and then stick around because our next guest will tell us all about it. Please join me in welcoming one of the foremost minds in chopping rat men and blasting chaos cultists, Fat Shark's Victor Magnuson. Hey, come on in, Victor. For those people out there who, yeah, I'm judging you. I'm really judging you right now. Who don't know what Warhammer 40k Darktide is, can you just give them a synopsis?
But it's a four-player co-op game set in the Warhammer 40,000 universe, and you are trying to save this planet called Atoma Prime, specifically this hive city called Tertium. It's a mix between melee and ranged combat, and you fight a lot of enemies.
So, Victor,
yeah.
I know the fans are very happy with you right now,
okay.
because you've just announced a new class coming to Warhammer 40k Darktide. Tell us all about the Skitarii.
It's been a fan sort of want from all of our fans for a long time. They got really upset with us when we released the last class that it wasn't Skitarii, but now it's coming out, so they should be good.
How does this new class complement others in the game?
So it's very sort of broad and very open, and you can sort of spec it out exactly like you want to. So it can fill a lot of different roles in the game, which is cool. Where previously other classes were more sort of specialized at maybe one or two roles. So this has a broader scope, I would say. You
guys are known for making co-op games.
No.
What do you think makes a great co-op game?
We adhere very hard to the sort of Left 4 Dead formula that they invented back in the day. One of the keystones, at least according to me, is that there are elements in the game when you have to co-op, like you have to cooperate. You can't sort of get out of, I don't know, being caught by clicking the button and getting out. You have to have a friend help you out. I think that is super important. And also having, we have stuff that we call like drops in the levels, where if you stay behind, you'll get caught and they can't go up and help you because they have jumped down. It has multiple functions. One, it's like a mini puzzle for the group that they need to sort of gather up and then jump down together. But also it tells the players that they know that they're on the right way.
And what gave Fat Shark the confidence when co-op games weren't being released as prolifically to stick with that style of game?
It was, I don't know, foolishness maybe. The story goes that we are now he's the chief creative officer, Anders. He was the game director back in the day. He called up Games Workshop and said, hey, I have an idea for a game. He called their customer service. I want to make a game with that's Warhammer and Left 4 Dead. They're like, okay, that sounds cool. Maybe you should call the IP people. So he did that, and then we flew over to Games Workshop and said, so we have this idea. We've done these games, and we want to do a game where we combine basically Left 4 Dead with Warhammer. And they're like, yeah, that sounds awesome. And we did that.
Are you working on any other IP right now? Anything you can tell us about?
Nothing that I can talk about, sadly. But we will continue to work on Darktide. There will be more stuff coming in the year.
In your career, what's the proudest thing, though, that you've shipped, or even like a small moment that to others might not seem significant because they're not playing it on their computer screen? What's the thing that you're proudest of?
I do think maybe when we released Vermintide 2, We had the release party, and my boss came over with the PC Gamer, and we had gotten, I think, a 90 or something in PC Gamer. And that was like, that was sort of achievement unlocked feeling. It was really cool. That's probably the coolest.
So those lapsed players, you've got to get back in because the Skitarii are ready for you to play with when?
June 23rd.
June 23rd, so in just a couple of weeks' time. And if people haven't played Darktide yet, but they want to have a go, where can they start doing that?
You can get it pretty much everywhere. You can get it on Steam, Xbox, Microsoft Store, and the PlayStation.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Victor Magnuson.
No,
and
thanks.
good luck with the new class.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Thank you once again to the guests who joined us on the show tonight. And, of course, let's hear it once more for the PC Gaming Show pre-show band.
You do know they're not a real band, right?
That classic Elle's humour. Most of all, thank you for joining us here at the pre-show, but stay tuned because the PC Gaming Show is just moments away after one more big trailer.
It was a misdirection. I think the whole dang thing was spaceships!
I didn't even know a horse could muck somebody. Why does a horse want my wallet?
Now, an aspect of this outhouse that I find fascinating.
I can't do this anymore. There are no ghosts in these old houses ever. Why are you still
There was a PC gamer whose name was Sean. He worked as an architect all day long. And then there's a gamer whose name was Mika. She works as an architect in Topeka. There's Frankie the architect, Frankie the architect, Jacob the architect, Jacob the architect, even the alien is an architect. They moved to a town where the architects meet. They play games together and live on the same street. So they're not just busy gamers, they're also busy neighbors. Busy neighbors.
Wow. It sure was a long day of doing architecture for me, Sean Day9 Plot. But now I've got the entire evening to do my favorite thing, which is play video games.
Did someone say video games?
Well, hello, PC neighbor.
Well, hello, Sean. What game do you want to play first? I've got them all. We have Commando Death Dragon Extreme 6. We have Executive Accounting Online. Or, my personal favorite, Best Friend Simulator.
Oh, Amika. Hello? Yes, this is Sean. What? When? Today? That can't be right. Well, all right. Thanks. Bye.
What was that, Sean? It seemed serious.
Well, we can't play video games tonight at all. Because we've got to host the PC Gaming Show! Yeah!
For this year's PCGS, we've harnessed pure nostalgia to reconstruct our own little pocket dimension of the 1990s, a time when life was punctuated by slap bass, movies were stored on little rectangles, and using the internet didn't involve as many streamers saying painful and confusing things to me. I don't understand this term slang. I don't get it.
See, it wasn't even us. That was just a thing that happened in the 90s.
Well, what fun. But basking in the warmth and laughter of a bygone decade won't keep us from bringing you plenty that's new. We've got a full 2 hours, that's 2, of trailers, over a dozen world premieres and developer deep dives for upcoming games. That would have actually been pretty impossible to imagine in the 90s. Our brains were too busy managing our ridiculously huge Jinko genes.
Plus, we're gonna build an awesome gaming PC, and one of you get to take it home.
Let's get started the PC Gamer way with 3 huge world premiere trailers.
With every step, we boldly explore the unknown. And piece by piece, we build an understanding of the strangest mysteries in the universe.
Captain! Our sensor array is getting unusual readings from... What is that? The lift has opened! Repeat! The lift has...
Welcome to 95, the start of a new revolution. The information superhighway. A world ruled by the transistor, where power is measured in hertz and bytes. A place where us freaks and geeks can be free. No nations, no race, just ideas and knowledge. They call me a criminal, a hacker. While corporations spy on us and governments control us, they murder and kill and tell us it's for our own good. I'm not the criminal. I'm a freedom fighter with a modem. They can try to scare me, but they'll never stop me.
Axiom Systems takes very seriously any attempts to hack, infiltrate, or otherwise illicitly access our servers. Should you be found to do so, we will not hesitate to apply the full force of the law.
I love to see a strategy classic reborn for the modern age.
Well, that was a great show, so I better get to sleep, you know?
Mika, the show just started.
Yeah, but you know how every morning I cook an entire full breakfast and all of our friends come over to eat it and hang out before we go to work. Well, I actually have to get up at 4 in the morning to get all of that done and all the cooking and the cleaning. It's kind of a full-time job, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that is super unrealistic.
Right?
Why don't we just do what normal people do and get up 5 minutes before we have to and then dart out the door without showering and shove a cold bagel into our mouths while sitting in traffic?
Perfect, honestly. Well, since we're staying up late, how about we watch another world premiere?
Willkommen, mein Liebling. I am so proud of you. You could have turned back, but you didn't. I know that taking the step is not for the faint of heart. It is taken by those who seek something more. Give you purpose if you accept the sweetest kiss of all.
Listen up, you donut. I'm gonna test you on everything it takes to run an arcane restaurant. If you want to earn a mithril star from legends like Guy Fieri, Julia Cragchild, and me, Gorgon Ramsay, then take my advice. You need to cook up tasty combos, hire the right crew, and stand tall in the face of cosmic horrors. If you think you can take the heat, get in that kitchen and show me some magic. Don't just stand there like a troll turd. Play the f***ing demo.
Let the slaughter begin.
It's getting serious now.
Oh, you're a big one.
Nobody gets to be harder than me.
The pain is about to start. Let's fight.
This is our best one yet.
It's cannon time, baby.
Let's fucking go.
Oh, yeah. That was awesome.
Oh, I've missed Serious Sam. It's lovely to see he's still in good shape. Well, 6 shapes to be precise. What are you working on there, Mika? Is it a grocery list?
No, Sean, I'm catching up on my handwritten correspondence, which researchers tell us was a treasured pastime of the 1990s, just like mammoth hunting, dying of the plague, and all the other things we love to do before, we learned that joy in life lives in our smartphones.
Oh, it would be charming if I knew how to read.
Hey, Sean, did we get a new phone?
I don't think it's possible. Society hasn't been ravaged yet by same-day delivery. Hello? Am I about to die?
Oh, I'm just messing with you, Sean. It's me, Frankie.
Oh, hi, fellow PC Gaming Show host Frankie Ward. But wait, aren't you busy filming the hottest late-night talk show of the 1990s?
Oh, Sean, you should know that no veils can obscure my piercing gaze. Also, we just wrapped for the day. Now, listen, I hate to interrupt the anachronisms, but you're about to be rolling on an exclusive new look at Control Resonant straight from Remedy HQ.
We are?
Just say the thing, Sean.
All right. Here's an exclusive new look at Control Resonant, straight from Remedy HQ.
Control Resonant is a third-person action RPG where you combine the use of supernatural powers and melee combat to fight against otherworldly threats. You play as Dylan Faden, and all of this is taking place in Manhattan, New York. In the first game, the whole game took place inside a place of power called the Oldest House, in this kind of a brutalistic architecture environment. With the sequel, that whole thing is kind of broken open. The containment failed from the first game, and now all of these supernatural forces that were inside the Oldest House have leaked upon the streets of Manhattan.
There's a new threat affecting Manhattan in our game. It's called the patterning, and it is basically taking what is already there and restructuring and reorganizing it with this strange, otherworldly algorithm. And the resonants themselves are often found in this epicenter or this focal point of this localized patterning. And it becomes more than just the creature design. The bosses are almost married into the surroundings and into the scene, so they get patterned into the world. And it is not just a gimmick. The patterning is at the very core of the whole experience, so it touches all of our themes.
The game is very responsive. The navigating, traversing the world is fun and fast and easy to do. For instance, we have the shift ability that allows you to access these different gravity anomalies.
We have the 90-degree gravity shifts, we have 180-degree gravity shifts. Very minimal UI elements, but everything that looks like a walkable surface, like a ground, floor, road, anything that looks like you should be able to walk on this is a gravity anomaly. We do have some spaces in the game where every wall you see is actually a gravity anomaly.
And you get into this really mind-bending sequence where, yes, you kind of lose yourself a bit as well, but you kind of react to the immediacy of the situation and so on. And then it becomes part of your natural way of moving through the world. Incomprehensible in one way, but once you kind of get it, you just get it.
So the combat changes from range to melee. I would say on level design side is a lot more about designing like what's the what kind of enemies, how many of them. I'm thinking of like some interesting environmental things you can do in the combat spaces, like these things that create variety into the combats. We do have more enemy types than we did have in Control, so that definitely helps.
We have always wanted even the paranatural things to somehow feel connected and married into the normal, mundane, everyday world. So even if you are able to perform like superhuman feats and telekinesis, for example, it still should feel that it's strenuous. It doesn't come easy to Dylan. Dylan is fighting dirty, and he is able to perform these powerful telekinetic pushes and ground slams, but it does have a toll and it does hurt him in the process a little bit as well. So there's this physicality that we always try to retain with our visualizations and audio, even if the thing that you perform as a player is inherently somehow superhuman or otherworldly.
When you take these different elements, these different pieces, the enemies, the shifting environment where gravity has gone bonkers, what you can do with your melee weapon, the supernatural abilities, we create this really interesting sandbox, and you feel like you have all the means to improvise. I think it's unlike anything else.
left you for dead. They buried the truth. Time for revenge. Puncture targets. Cause distractions. Disguise yourself. Use anything as a weapon. Hunt with your friends or by yourself. Every run is different. Revenge never dies. A cooperative roguelike assassination game. Gone Feral. Wishlist on Steam now.
Hey, Mika, would you be interested in teaming up with me on my bloody mission for revenge?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, like in Gone Feral, the game we just saw.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, that too.
And hey, speaking of co-op carnage, nothing goes better with violence than science. Let's check this out.
So, you're the new owner of the Grand Hotel, huh?
I'm not staying. I'm just here to sell the place.
Well, I hope you do better than the last guy. He disappeared, you know.
My father? Yeah, I know.
I've been looking into his disappearance. If you come across anything as you restore the old hotel, a clue, a lead, or even just something weird, you let me know. I always wanted an American partner, like in the movies. Yeah, this is gonna be so cool. Come on, get in. I'm gonna show you these mean streets.
When I turn the corner, hood, let's better run, run, run. I got one hand on my badge and the other on my gun. Whether you're calling 999 or it's 911, lock you up in the wagon, know you bad guys are done. When I'm around your neighborhood, kiss culprits goodbye. Lawbreakers shaking in their boots when I pass by. Looking good like Swayze back in 1989. All of the ladies going crazy saying, who is that guy?
It's a good idea to keep the cop close. Be careful. One background check and you're done.
Yes, I know. I'm gonna need them to trust me if we're gonna pull this off. But don't worry, they don't suspect anything.
I'm not worried about them. I'm worried about that hotel. That place messes with people's heads.
Hello, sunshine. Aren't you the spitting image of your old man? You know, he was in way over his head. If you want to know what happened to him, you better expect a wild ride.
Hey, did you guys see anything weird?
Weird is this town's entire deal. I mean, it's been featured twice in Britain's Most Haunted Towns.
And Britain's most crappiest.
Oh, this is really beginning to creep me out.
Listen, I've been through worse than this. I'm sure I'll manage, seriously. It doesn't look that hard.
One of these days I'll show them something. One of these days, yes, I'm gonna go far. Get out of this place so I know it's coming. Adios, au revoir. Yeah, one of these days I'll show them something. One of these days I will heed the call. Remember this face, I will want for nothing. Gonna be a star.
Hey! Ha! Hope you're all having a great time at the PC Gaming Show. As captain of the ESS Starseeker, trust me when I say, this crew is ready for anything. Here's a look at what's waiting for you when the game drops June 11th. Wishlist it now and prepare for launch.
We'll be checking back in for a sit rep on that Starseeker mission later in the show. Everything okay, big guy?
Yeah, it's just, this is usually when our folksy yet ethereal neighbor appears to dispense some timely nugget of salt-of-the-earth wisdom, but I haven't even seen him today.
Well, last time he was here, he said he was building a shelter to survive the dying millennium, and we're gonna be devoured by electronic demons of our digital excess or something like that, you know?
Is that a good thing?
Well, it seemed to work out okay.
Great!
Yeah.
Because we're nothing if not digitally excessive. Let's see some more previews.
Adventuring is not for everyone. I risk my life every day, you know. It's not that easy
Hey, boss, we're ready. I call dibs on that goblin with the tiny shield.
Yeah, sure, but don't interrupt me. So I spent years developing tactics. Like now, it's all about offense against these greasy goblins. You see? I can do this in my sleep. It's really all about knowing...
Enemy reinforcements, boss. Some cultists and a big-ass goblin.
Getting creative, huh? Bonzo, you benched. Gary, get out there. Let's see how they like that. Jeez, what the fuck, Gary? Now!
Oh, my bad, sorry.
Ugh, mercs these days.
Hey, boss, they're chanting and the big one's going berserk.
Oh, Gary, move!
Oh, but it's not my turn. No. Ah! Oh, my arm! Oh!
Oh boy, that's not good. We need a meat shield?
Oh, I get to pick? Well, then Jenny.
Fuck you, Clive. Maybe you're the meat shield.
Shut up! I'm talking about the prisoner. Okay, buddy. You take one for the team. Now, Jenny, use the terrain. Don't dodge. Yes! All right, Gary. Payback time. Finish him!
Take that!
And there you have it. Just another flawless victory for me, the Kev.